Guys, good morning. I let my hair dry overnight and this is what it turned into. I thought it was going to be cute to like wear half up, half down or something, but no, it was like a frizzy ball mess. I should have put some product in it or something. I just went to bed, brushed it and went to bed with it like that. So it is what it is. Mute Paw Patrol. Nobody's even down here. All the girls are up in their rooms cleaning, hopefully. Cleaning, straightening up, and getting dressed for the day. And Everly's right here playing in, oh my gosh, spit up is spit up is the craziest thing, huh? I'm putting her in this to try and help her strengthen her muscles a little bit. Oh, baby girl. Oh, baby girl. She only tolerates being in it for very little amounts of time, but I try and move the toys around so she can work all of her sides. So like when the toys are on her right side, when she gets tired, she leans to her left, but she'll play and kind of move around and look at all the different toys. Oh, baby girl, yeah. But she likes that toy on her left. Here, let's turn it around. Let's see. Look, where is it? Look, here it is. There you go. There you go. We haven't had her officially evaluated or anything yet, but so I'm just trying to do what I can, what I know how to do to help her in the meantime. She's actually getting, her head is getting stronger, I feel like, every day, but it's just taking a little while to get there. It's just when she's sitting up though, because when she's on tummy time, she's perfectly capable of holding it up for a long period of time. It's just sitting up though, huh? So today's plan, so far we've had breakfast. My husband's working on the lights up there. He actually already got them turned on, and I'll show you when he fixes this. He just had the fan switched, right? Is that what happened? The fan was with the light, the wrong set of lights, instead of like operating the fan on its own. So he's switching that now. So when he fixes it, I will show you his progress. It looks really good. It's very bright, like a lot of light in this area, but it looks really good. I'm very proud of him. He did an amazing job. And I'm shocked. Did you say lies?
No, I'm sorry, black. I'm trying to.
Oh, I was like, what? I told you how proud I was of you. I was. It's a lot of light, very, very bright, but I think it's just one of those things, again, you kind of have to get used to it. Don't electrocute. Ooh. Don't electrocute yourself. On today's agenda, we're just going to be doing stuff around the house. We need to take back that water slide to Academy, and we're completely out of milk. I think we have a few eggs left. I think we may have some bread in the freezer. I need to check, but we just need a few things from the grocery store. Not like a huge haul, just a little bit. I think that may be all. I need to go to UPS and return a few things, but we'll see. We'll kind of see, because Saturdays are always a hard day to go out because there's a lot more people out in the streets and at the stores and stuff, and so I don't know. We will see. I think as of yesterday, salons, barber shops, a few extra things opened up in Texas, so maybe everyone's out getting their hair and nails done and they won't be at Walmart or H-E-B. Hi. Your sisters are crazy. They're crazy, huh? Yeah, they are. Oh my gosh. Okay, baby, you ready? Let's do the reveal. One. Oh. Woo! It is super bright in here. Oh my gosh. It feels like a show. What is it called? Like a showcase where they're like, and behind door number 1. 8 super bright lights. What are you screaming about? Oh my gosh. It's like a zoo. Show me the fan, baby. Show me the fan. It works independently. Woo woo! Good job, baby doll. It's coming down. We're starting to take it apart to move it over a little bit. Never fixed our hole in the yard. Oh my gosh, with the roly-polies. Emmy was up there helping Andres do some of the screws that he couldn't get to. And
Mommy lift the heaviest slide in the world.
Maddie and I moved the slide. Andres and I got the telescope thing off and the swing set down. So Everly and Bella are just sitting here watching us. Come on. Say it's such a pretty day out today. Bella, you're not going outside. She's like, I'm done with the heat, y'all. I'm done. Look at my basil plant. And this is so good because I plucked off all the top half. It was completely bald when I made bruschetta the other day. So cool. I'm keeping it alive.
Maybe are you recording?
Yeah.
You can go. The actual playhouse is moving.
He wanted to hire somebody. We got this.
Oh, did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
The actual moving.
And right in the corner over there is all the pieces that they took off.
It's raining.
No, it's not. Sissy spraying you.
It's raining and pouring.
No, Adam, no. Adam, go watch Everly before the bugs get her. The mosquitoes will bite her.
Can you get it or no?
Maybe like if I live, you push. You want to drink?
Again?
Yeah, no, the other side.
More?
Daddy, what do you feel about this? Do you feel positive?
Is on a whole nother level.
Do you feel positive about,
Daddy's hat
this?
is a whole nother level.
What do you feel about this accomplishment? What do you feel about this accomplishment?
I tried telling him we could do it. He didn't think we could do it.
Well,
There's pink confetti underneath it. That
Oh,
was
wow.
from Everly's announcement.
and here's how it was.
It's looking good. Coming back together quite nicely and really in record time, and probably like under an hour and a half, 2 hours. Only thing I helped put together on this part was the swing. Everything else he did by himself. And I helped to move it. I'm really surprised I was able to do that. I didn't think we were gonna be strong enough, but I told him we could. I just really wasn't sure. All the girls are down for quiet time. Everyone went down at the same time. I was very surprised, really, as because Everly was up at like 6:15 this morning. So she got up and had an early bottle, and then she had like another early bottle. So she had a bottle at like 6:45, 7, like 6:45. Then she had another one at 9. Went down for an hour and a half nap. Was up, had a bottle around 12, 11:45 or so. So she went almost 3 hours, and then she just sat out here with us for like 2 hours straight. I put them down right around 2:30. So we'll see how long she sleeps. I always put a 2-hour timer on Autumn's nap time clock, on her sleep clock. And yesterday I didn't go up and do her clock, and poor thing, she was like, my clock never turned green. Uh-oh, one kid's down. What? Maddie's always the one trying to get out of something. Anyway, so she was like, my clock never turned green. I said, Mom, I'm sorry. She was in her room like about the same 2 hours. She was just waiting there. And it's because my stomach hurt. I forgot to do it. So anyway, yeah, if we can get this completely accomplished today, it's awesome. It literally is giving us so much more room to do the pool, like to scoot it back towards the back of the yard, which is going to be awesome. Can you hear the birds? They've taken over the laundry room. Another project for another day. I'm just watching YouTube, vegging out on the couch. Everyone's still in quiet time. Everly had kind of and then fell back to sleep. So I'm just really waiting on her to wake up. So I've been subscribed to It's Judy's Life forever. I mean, I've been watching her, oh my gosh, since I want to say like 2012, something like that. Right after they got married, right before they got pregnant with Juliana, like right in that area. So a long time. But for a good stretch, I really just stopped watching YouTube in general. And now the quarantine has brought me to watching YouTube again. And I mean, I've been watching it a bit here and there pretty much since like I've had Everly, but the quarantine really has got me more into YouTube. So I'm watching their latest vlog, and I now I know how you guys feel when you see the girls and you're like, oh my gosh, Emmy's so big, or Maddie's so big. Autumn, I don't really get it too much yet because she's still kind of little, but Emmy and Maddie I get a lot because when I first started vlogging they were so little, and I constantly get like, I can't believe how mature Emmy looks or how grown up Maddie is, you know. I'm looking at Juliana, who I think she's a year older than Maddie. So I'm pretty sure she is. And Maddie's going to be 7 this year, which would make her 8. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, she was born around the same time Maddie, but a year before. I'm pretty sure. So she looks so grown up. It's just like crazy to me. So now I know how you guys feel when you see the girls and you're like, I can't believe I've been watching you since one of them was this young or whatever. It's just so crazy. She looks so big. And the twins are probably 5 or 6, I would assume. So crazy to me. So crazy. Anyway, I've been working hard today. So we're just chilling out for a little while before we run just a couple errands when the girls wake up. We are in the Academy parking lot. Andres went in to return the slide. Hopefully they don't give him any problems. We'll see. I am noticing less people walking out with masks on today. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because technically it's not a requirement any longer. So I'm not sure if people are just not, they're like, forget it. There are still a lot of people with masks on, but I'm seeing a couple walk out without them, walk in without them. In fact, we picked up pizza for the girls the other night. Andres tried to walk into Little Caesars, didn't even think about it. He like walked in and they wouldn't even let him walk in without a mask. Oh my gosh, it scared me. They were like, excuse me, sir, do you have a mask on? They wouldn't let him walk in. He's like, oh, I forgot it in the car. He had to come back and get it. I don't even know how I didn't catch that, because anytime he tries to even leave the house without a mask on, I'm like the first one after him. I guess so far everyone I've been watching right now has a mask, so who knows? I don't know. I just saw a couple people walk out without them and I was like, what the heck? A few people I've been watching on social media too, and like my Insta stories and stuff, have been going places without masks. And I'm like, just because the state is opening, like Texas, doesn't mean you should just like, oh, no more coronavirus. I mean, the coronavirus is always going to be there. The coronavirus has always been there. We get a different coronavirus every single year. This one, COVID-19, is just a whole different strain of it that they're not sure why is so contagious and deadly and all these things. And so it's always going to be there. It's nothing that we are going to be rid of. I mean, the threat is there. But since we just opened up, I feel like you should still take a bunch of precautions, you know? I don't know, maybe that's just me. So anyway, I'm really hoping they let him return this, no problems, and we can go about our day. Wow, the lighting makes a huge difference, honestly, in the vlog. A huge difference. Yeah, I mean, it's 11:15 at night. And yes, Peppa Pig is playing in the background because we have 4 children. And it's just kind of stayed that way. We watched Total Bellas and we watched the 90 Day Fiancé sneak peek for next week, and then it just kind of went back to Peppa Pig, to be honest. So I was telling Andres, the lighting to me is very, very bright, and yes, for like vlogging it's perfect, but for everyday life it's super bright. And I think it's just gonna take some getting used to, because today is like the first day that it was turned on. Look how good that lighting is. Like, it's amazing in the camera. Look, it's like No shadows. Super. It's like filming light, honestly. It's super, it's great. Looking up, it can be a little daunting. Lola has the trolls. So I was telling Andres, I was like, oh my gosh, the lighting really seems like surgical lighting to me. And when you're in the OR, this is how bright it is. It feels sterile, very sterile. So I don't know if, we've never had recessed lighting before. I've only ever been to other people's houses that have recessed lighting. And in comparison to the kitchen, dull, bright, dull, bright. I told him, I said, I think we just need to continue with this. Maybe not add as many in the kitchen. It's a little bit smaller. Actually, it may be the same size. Do you think the kitchen is the same size? A little smaller than the living room. I just think it needs a couple less lights, but because of the way the living room is laid out, it needed to be this many. I also would like to put some in my office. But yeah, they're very bright. It's so crazy after all this time that we have this, and it may have looked like this the entire time. We just didn't have recessed light built into the house. When we built the house in 2009, it was just becoming popular. Now when you do a cut, you know, just like a standard build with a cookie cutter type builder, they come pretty standard. Also, granite comes pretty standard with builders as well now. What else? I feel like staircases, like a lot of the upgrades that we've done to the house over the years come standard with a lot of home builders now. It's very, like when my best friend Bia built her house came with recessed lighting. She had the option to get granite, and it wasn't nearly as expensive as we paid for our granite when we had it put in. We had solid surface stone initially, and it was okay, but the color was just like way wrong, and so the granite looks a lot better with it. But she didn't opt for that upgrade because it was too expensive for her, but it was, in the grand scheme of things, it was pretty inexpensive. Same thing with her stairs. She had the option of putting that in. I don't remember us having that option. There's just a lot of things that builders do now that we didn't have that option almost 11 years ago. So we've done a lot of the upgrades ourselves. But yeah, he did an amazing job. I'm super, super impressed. I did doubt him, but not for the reason that I didn't think he was capable of actually doing it. It was more like I didn't want him to electrocute himself. I didn't know if he would be able to put the wires together up to code, because that's the big thing. You know, something that we're considering is possibly renting out the home, keeping it as an investment property versus selling it in the future. That's not set in stone, but it's something that we've thought about. And honestly, even if you sell, all of your upgrades have to be up to code, because then what happens is if you get the house inspected, let me pause Peppa Pig here because she's distracting me. If you get the house inspected and it's not up to code, you know, the work that you've done, it's not up to code, you have to pay someone to do it right and get it up to code to be able to sell or rent the house. So yeah, that's like my main concern whenever we do any DIY type projects. But he did a phenomenal job. Like I said, he rewired it to be where it needed to be, the light with the light, the fan with the fan. That would have been something that wouldn't have been up to code. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, my whole point is I wasn't sure that was going to happen. But now that he's proven to me, and he has the fancy tool to do it, and he's not over here jigsawing it up, he could easily do the kitchen probably in a day, or if not less, because in here the thing that took the longest was taking the fan out and wiring everything and then putting it back in. In the kitchen, you don't have to worry about a fan. It's mostly just taking out like the old school fluorescent light that we have in there and rewiring it to fit all of these. So we're definitely going to add that to the list, and I'm just very excited to have just a little tiny upgrade to the house. It is very bright though, but I think it's more of just like I need to get used to it, because during the day it does look really good. And the cool thing is honestly, can we just have the center light on without the outside lights?
No.
It's the other way around, right? You can have the fan light off with the outside lights on.
You make the outside on with that off. But not
Yeah.
the other way.
Okay. I was gonna say you could just have it on the way that he wired it, but no, we can't. So he also said that he thinks maybe there's a dimmer that could go with them. We may look into that as well. So yeah, today was pretty productive as far as getting stuff done around the house. We got the play place moved in the backyard, so now we just need to figure out how to lay out the pool. Today was a little bit chilly. It felt really good outside, honestly, but it was a little chilly, and I was looking at the forecast, and the next week, 10 days, which we all know the weatherman's great at the forecast, but the next 10 days it's supposed to thunderstorm. So I don't know that we will get the pool situated, which kind of stinks because I have a week off from school. I take a final tomorrow, so I have to take it before the end of the day, which is gonna stink. It's Mother's Day and I have to take a test, but I did not make it a priority. It opened yesterday. I didn't make it a priority yesterday or today, so I'm gonna have to take it tomorrow. And because in the morning we're going to my mom's front yard to see her for Mother's Day, I won't get to take it until after the girls go to bed. So I'm just gonna have to do that, and I have the week off before I start another class, and it would have been nice to make some headway on this stuff, but if it's raining and gross, I don't think we're gonna be able to. So we'll see. We'll just kind of play it by ear. We swung by UPS when we went to Academy, and they were closed already for the day, which kind of stinks. I need to return some stuff to Amazon, and I have a list of a few places that I want to go, but I'm still just like contemplating what's worth going to and what's not. So we swung by Walmart, and I ran in really quick, and honestly I was in and out as quick as I could because Walmart was a nightmare. Everybody was in masks, and a ton of people were leaving as people were walking in, but I feel like there were a lot more people today than there was the last time I was there, and I feel like it's because tomorrow's Mother's Day, and a lot of people were getting like cakes and flowers and stuff like that, but also because this is Saturday, and so I just was not about like messing around. I got milk and eggs. I picked up, and I'm bummed because they didn't have the toilet paper roll for the bathroom, so I'm gonna have to order that online. They had the ring, and then I got a few things for the pool. Like I picked up, these things I had in my Walmart cart, but they were sold out, so I ended up which is crazy because when I went in store I found them. I picked up chlorine tabs. Again, we've been watching YouTube videos. Chlorine tabs, shock, like a big bag of shock, and I picked up some new snorkel masks for the bigger girls. I picked up a ring floaty for Everly, a tube for Autumn, and for one of the big girls because we only have one tube right now. And what else did I pick up? I think that was it, huh? I think that was it. I just ran in and grabbed those things really fast, and then we came home. So I saw on a Facebook group that Dollar Tree has paints and stuff back in stock. I looked at Walmart today, and their paint section, their like craft section, is completely wiped out still. It's crazy. Even their groceries, still no toilet paper, still no paper towels, but even their groceries, their selection is so far and few between, and I don't know if it's because they are no longer stocking some items, or they just truly cannot keep them in stock like the manufacturers. I really don't know what it is, but it was just crazy. So I just didn't even look. I got milk and eggs, and that was the end of it. And I came out because that's what we needed. We were completely out of milk, and they had plenty of eggs. They did not have a limit on the eggs, but they still had a limit on the milk, which I'm really surprised, because I was going to pick up a couple of gallons, but I could only pick up one because they had a limit. And I did self-checkout and got my butte out of there. So yeah, I don't know. I was going to do a grocery pickup order for the other few things that I needed from Walmart, but we'll see, because I don't know if I'll want to go out tomorrow after being out at my mom's front yard for Mother's Day or not. So we'll see. Anyway, I've been talking long enough. I'm going to head to bed. I found it funny. I uploaded the vlog, which was super short. I'm sorry about that. But while it was uploading, I was reading comments, and I had to laugh because I sound like such a Chi-Chi baby complaining about being up at 7 a.m. There's so many of you that was like, 7 a.m. with 4 kids is really good. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. I feel like 7 a.m. I'm like too tired. The day feels so long when I'm up at 7. Long in the sense like you could be very productive, but long like I'm exhausted. And I have a feeling it's just our new normal. Everly was up pretty early this morning, what, like at 6:15, 6:30? She was up really early. And I guess because they all had been sleeping in until like 8:30, as it started to get earlier and earlier, I was like, oh my gosh, why? What is going on? Because it was getting earlier and I wasn't adjusting my sleep, my like time I go to bed. So I started adjusting it as she started waking up earlier, and she just keeps waking up earlier. Like she was waking up an hour earlier, so I went to bed an hour earlier to try and get enough sleep. She's waking up even earlier than that, and I just can't catch up. So I had to laugh because I'm sure some of you are like, oh my gosh, stop complaining, I'm up at 5 or something like that, you know. But I was just used to them getting up a little bit later, and it's not happening. So I'm just gonna have to readjust my schedule, I guess, because it feels more like we don't have a schedule, even though we really should have a schedule. I think it's easy to get into that like lazy, go to bed late, wake up late. But when you have kids, it just doesn't work like that. So anywho, I'm going to call it a night. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you tomorrow.